hungover, where we're going to record after I had 7 gajillion beers and multiple shots of tequila, and my fucking head hurts, and I feel like shit. And also Griffin's not here because he died. But I learned I need to learn some important lessons about staying in school and making sure I don't engage in debaucherous behaviors. And so we have decided to ask some teachers, and we have a guest to help us out.
Yeah, Gus might be 25 years old, but he did go out like to the woods with his friends, and they drank like a warm bottle of vodka with each other.
Yeah, we had a single bottle of Kraken that someone's older weird cousin bought us and left behind a tree in the forest.
Yeah,
and we picked
that's like that happens in Dead Poet Society. That's like the whole premise of it.
Yeah,
I know. But sometimes you just get a hankering for that. You're 25, you can buy alcohol, but you just want to.
Yeah, it was. I remember this one time. I think on New Year's or something, my senior year of high school. I went to hang out with some friends in Charlestown, and I don't think any of us actually had like alcohol there. But as we were like just walking around, like the city at like midnight, some like random guy pulls up in like a car that knows somebody we're with. And he gives each of us like exactly one Bud Light, and we all just start like whooping and getting like insanely excited.
Nice.
It was the only alcohol we had.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, we have Dave Loach with us, and we're not going just on r/teachers. r/teachers is like one of the more famous subreddits now. I also found r/teacher or r/AskTeachers.
Yeah, Teachers it's a really great place where you can like take like a single screenshot of like one guy who has like a shitty class, and he makes a post called like "Fed Up." Today I found out that my desk had been replaced entirely by chewed up gum, and you can post it and get like 10 million retweets of being like, so this generation is basically stupid and over forever, and society is gonna collapse.
Yeah, all the students formed a German mercenary company and stabbed me to death with halberds.
Yeah, it was really brutal.
This generation is so bad. Yeah, that's exactly. And I have some. I mean, working with teachers and stuff. I have some thoughts about that. We can get into that as we go through each kind of like post. Honestly, it's probably gonna hit pretty close to home for me.
My goddamn class of Zoomers formed a perfect charge of the winged hussars on me as soon as I got into class. And while they were riding their horses and stabbing me, they had iPads on in the background, and they were watching Skibbity Toilet. And when I was a teenager, I was able to do that without any goddamn background distractions.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna read this one. I hope this one doesn't hit close to home. This is from Ask Teacher. I believe this is the most controversial of all time.
Jesus! You almost hit me in my home! What the fuck, man?
I thought you were reacting to it, but it is
I didn't
male teachers. Do you ever worry about being falsely accused?
Oh, God.
I'm 28 years old and a newly credentialed teacher. While I have yet to see it in my daily interactions with students, it is in the back of my mind at all times. In the post-Me Too era, the burden of proof is on the accused, like it or not. I am terrified of a female student falsely accusing me of something I would never do and lose my entire career, family, friends, and home. How do you do everything in your power to prevent this from happening? And what would you do if this does happen?
Okay, I think this actually, this did happen to not seriously, but while Spencer was tutoring in Virginia, there was a female student of his who went to the bathroom for 20 minutes or something like that, and kept going out. And at one point he said why do you keep doing that? And she just responded why do you care what I'm doing in the bathroom, you creep? And just immediately shut. There's nothing he could say to that.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean kids do love doing stuff like that.
No, absolutely.
One of the other things he said was that his students would just run around and fight with each other. And then he's like, "What are you doing?" And then they would just say I was raping him. They just think that rape is
I forgot about
that. Because I thought it was these days.
Yeah. No, they're just
I think it's stuff they pick up from. I think I told this. I said this already on the podcast a couple weeks ago. But I was watching an old Let's Play video of somebody I think it was Chugga Conroy who got soft Me Too'd a couple weeks ago, and I was watching him beat a Zelda boss from 10 years ago. And because it's 2013, he says so the strategy for this is just gonna ride off these ramps and basically just rape it up its butt.
No.
Yeah, that was very much like 2013
that's
humor.
Just how,
like,
that's just how people talk.
When they're like, "Oh, it's just surprise sex," or whatever.
Surprise butt sex. That's what people say.
That's like a classic meme. Yeah. It's not aged greatly.
I like the way that he talks about it, like being falsely accused. Like these kids are gonna be able to like write an article in like Babe.net about their teachers or something.
No, this guy he overcorrects way too hard, and he gets like Weinstein's lawyer or something like that. Have to sue this like 7-year-old from North Carolina.
Yeah. I do, because like you would assume that like the way that kids do that is you'll just grab them while they're fighting one another, and it's just like, like he touched me, like I don't know, I saw that like in school, but this guy assumes that there's gonna be like like the accusations are gonna come out, they're gonna be like formalized, then people are gonna be like, is that true?
Yeah. Unfortunately, people that are worried about being falsely accused, especially teachers, are probably hiding something. Hiding very bad interactions with students. And I don't know, as someone who works with children, it's very easy to not ever put yourself in a situation where something like that would come up, It's like, I don't know. It's you don't even have to like try.
If you bring it up like preemptively.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I can imagine like a kid like just randomly like throwing that out if like they're mad, but like there's no way you're getting like seriously accused of a crime, and like if you're bringing it up before anything has come out, it's what the fuck are you doing here, man?
Yeah.
It's great too because all the comments are like, you always need a witness. Like it's like everybody is like, you're thinking too hard at this. It's like the same thing happened to me, and like, oh man.
No, guys, you can. I know this student has made a horrible accusation about me, but don't worry. There's another student in the class who I've developed a special relationship with, who's a witness to this situation that I can trust.
Yeah. my special counter student. Someone said, I'm a female custodian. Is this why the science teacher always leaves when I clean his room? Leave the door open, we'll go back to clean around his desk when he's gone. Is this why he takes off? I'll clean his room last. Now I feel bad. Then someone just says, he probably just doesn't want to be in your way.
I like this one that starts off with, first off, I'm glad we're in the Me Too era.
Alright, leaning a little too hard in the other direction here.
Turning your chair around, talking to your students. I'm glad we're in the Me Too. Gus, do you want to read the one above that?
Sure, 1 second. Is this, the title of this post is just, can I get in trouble?
Yeah.
Please.
Please.
Please. I believe it's made you get in trouble. Recently, me and a student got into an argument. This is a beautiful start. Fuck. Recently, me and a student got into an argument on Snapchat, and I called him a name. Oh, I think this is from a student.
Yeah, okay. I was confused about that too. Yeah.
I thought his teacher was like Snapchat messaging his students like, "You a bitch."
Dude, I mean, you'd be surprised. You'd be shocked.
Sending a snap to like one of my students with like the dog filter on my face, and it's captioned like 38 on your last test, you dumb as hell.
Well, that prompted me to find some things, actually.
Oh boy.
And I called him a name. I apologize sincerely and feel awful. Note, this happened out of school and not on the property. He plans to tell the school. Will I get in trouble? This is like 100. This gotta, like, I imagine like a 14-year-old's like first time smoking weed, and they find out that they're not compatible with it. And they're just like, shit, is Jack gonna get everyone mad at me because I called him a bitch on Snapchat?
I remember being terrified of like a teacher learning that I said that I didn't like them to another student on the bus. They held that over me for like half a year.
Yeah, I did actually, when I was like in 6th grade, say something like really mean to a teacher without realizing it. Where like I was like we were like on a field trip or something like that, and like one of the teachers pulled me over for like being too loud or something like that, and I said like, why are you getting mad at me? I'm one of the only ones who likes you.
Wow.
I just did not consider that was like the meanest fucking possible thing. I was like 12, I think.
I think I said thank you for your service to one of my teachers after he talked about being stationed on American Samoa for like 6 months.
I'd like to think that he was using like different filters for the apology snap. Like it's like the insult with the dog filter, and then he sends one with the sunglasses one, and it's like, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean that. I did not mean to call you an Augustus Gloop looking homo.
Loach, if you want, I guess this one isn't like really like the post itself isn't funny, but it is funny that like this is a thing that happens.
Oh yeah,
well, the most recent in show links. Yeah,
this is what I'm gonna say. At my school, people don't get in trouble. We have, instead of like in school suspension, we have something called Day of Reflection.
Yeah,
which pretty much means you can do whatever you want. And I don't know, it's like a private school, and there's a lot of families that donate a lot of money. Whose kids tend to be the more difficult ones. So
there's one wing.
There's
not
many
school
repercussions.
That's like a Buddhist monastery that you get sent if you cheat on a test.
Yeah, right. Dude, I mean, my high school. I went to a Catholic high school, so if you like fucked around, you were going to detention on Saturdays.
Was it
and you
was
were
it
picking
Holy
up
Name?
trash? No, a different one. But dude, we called it Jug, Justice Under God. Yeah,
sick.
Like very serious. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that sounds like a miserable place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But no, here at my school we have Days of Reflection, which it sounds like a soap opera almost.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. No, it's the show that the Hispanic Alec Baldwin looked like was on 30 Rock.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There you
go. Loach, you can read the most recent one I sent in the show links tab. I don't know if...
Okay. I see it here. Snapchat
Yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead. Okay. Snapchat with students. Okay. It's a good start. Here, I'm trying to open it up. Okay, there we go. All right. Snapchat with students. And this is under policy and politics, which is good. I try not to judge, especially when I'm hearing a story secondhand. But my jaw hit the floor when I found out a staff member is Snapchatting with students. I just think there should be a boundary there. Am I wrong? Colleague who shared this tidbit of gossip and proof stated it's the same as texting, which I also think should not be touched. Should not be done. Am I out of touch on this one? Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is totally normal. All my teachers would just Snapchat me all the time.
Dude,
well, I actually...
Mr. Norris won't stop asking me to play Fortnite, man.
Yeah.
He keeps saying, want a group queue just over and over and over again every day.
Oh my god. I'm trying to see if anyone says it's fine. Because I will say that at my school, we had like a lawyer visit and stuff, and like they gave a whole talk about phones to students, but we also had to talk with teachers, and it was basically like you cannot have a form of communication with your student that isn't through email or like the school portal.
Emailing my student, can we play
Fortnite? Teachers were raising their hands and being like, what about my advisory group text? It's like, no, you cannot do that. You cannot text your students, bro. You cannot do that.
Those viral screenshots of like a guy who tries to text like 30 different women like, hey, beautiful, and it creates like a group chat and he doesn't realize that happens. Like a teacher doing that with one of his students. Text the entire class, hey, gorgeous.
Oh, man.
What about the Twitter group chat I created for them called Thuggin' Out with Mrs. Derrickson?
Oh, God.
I've added 17 of my students to JChat.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to get them to spell words by starting off with a letter, but it never ends well.
Yeah. I'm assigning all of my students one of those like extra credit questions that's like create a meme based on what was going on during the Crimean War, and like on every single one I comment like I reply to every single student with like the gif of like the Reddit guy head like spinning around. It's just quote tweeting all my students with like corny as fuck.
Yeah. I react to their images with like the shocked face to indicate that I'm not really a fan of it, but you know,
I send one student. I reply with one student with IRL lol, and all the other they just insult.
Where was here? There was one. Okay, yeah. No, I just looked up the word Snapchat on Teachers, which is really just the best. I'll read this one. Fuck Snapchat. I know that Snapchat is only one facet of the problem, but I'm so fucking tired of it. Several weeks ago, someone brought to my attention that one of my students had recorded me on Snapchat, added it to their story with the caption, "Fine as fuck." Which made me feel really bad to have to report this to the admin because the student clearly has some issues outside this incident, but he actually really tried in my class. Yeah. He clearly liked you. He ended up switching teams due to a variety of incidents.
There you go.
Today, one of my students showed me another kid's story. In fact, the student who showed me the first kid, Mrs. Murdpanter, is overhyped. She's ugly as fuck. I know we aren't supposed to take it personally, but I thought I had a really good relationship with this kid.
Yeah.
Sounds like she's polarizing on Snapchat.
Yeah. The woke kids at my school are furious that that Mrs. Franklin has great tits.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's just, I don't know, just anything, just the idea of, I don't know, did you guys ever, like, fuck with your teachers? Not fuck around with your teachers.
No, I can't say I did.
Yeah. Y'all ever hang out with your teachers outside of school and just, hang out, drink beer? No. I'm trying to remember.
I had an art teacher in high school that we all used to take pictures of and send to each other. I forget his name. He ended up, he freaked out one day because some kid just wouldn't shut up, and I don't know if he was a vet or something because he must have had severe PTSD or something. He took this kid and chokeholded him against the wall.
Oh my god.
But then everyone hated the kid because he got the art teacher fired, and we all loved fucking with him. We were like, fuck that kid.
Yeah. One of my dad's high school teachers, when he was living in Mexico, I think once threw a desk out of a window.
Oh.
That's sick.
That's no, that is cool. I'm trying to... I mean, there were just teachers that we all hated that were just clearly doing their best, and I feel kind of bad about that.
No, I remember. I think one day I was back when I worked at my old job for the government, I was monitoring whether a snow day was going to be called, because if there was a snow day for the schools, I probably wouldn't have to come into work either. And they announced that there would not be a snow day and that everything would be working as normally. And the top reply was some 14-year-old with a James Brown Twitter API saying, "God damn, the teachers was probably behind this."
That's awesome.
Dude, those are facts. Those are absolute facts.
Yeah, I've talked about the there's a pedophile teacher at my school.
Gotta be a bottom 3 kind of teacher. If we were ranking the teachers, that's near the bottom.
Yeah. Strict teacher also bad.
Yeah.
Deadliest
I'm trying to
strict teacher versus pedophile teacher.
Gus, can you wait? Hold on, let me find it.
A pedophile teacher who never gets in trouble because he has too many intimacy issues.
I just can't commit to one kid.
Yeah.
Here, or wait. You know what? Let me. This one. I don't think is technically controversial, but it was. Here, Gus, can you read this one?
Yeah, one second.
Pressed.
Pressed charges today. This is tagged policy and politics.
Nice.
Admin contacted me as we were loading into first period, said we needed to talk privately about some photos that were circling on Snapchat. Turns out some students I've previously written referrals for took some photos of me behind and captioned them with rape references. Oh, man. Eggplants and sploosh emojis, and sort of a narrative about punishing bussy. So we got the police involved. Jesus Christ, man.
Thumbs up emoji.
Yeah.
He's very proud.
Thumbs up.
Damn, dude. That's funny. I actually remember seeing this. I remember seeing this because I am subscribed to our teachers. So I love to see this shit. But yeah. Oof.
Someone says, "I can tell that you're a reasonable, decent man. Ridiculous that these children would mock you."
Yeah. So one of the top comments is, "The most shocking thing about this story is that admin did a damn thing. And the OP response, the phrasing of this is really funny. I work in a really good school when it comes to backup.
Yeah, they're just beating the shit out of their students.
Yeah. They're doing like armed military formations and shit like that.
It's literally, it's like those people on Twitter that call for the U.S. to give like fucking jets to the Free Syrian Army to punish Assad. Like, please give F-16 fighter jets to the teachers so we can bomb our students. Like, please.
To bomb any student that says bussy.
Yeah. Well, this is the real reason we need to arm teachers, not because of school shootings, but because of these just annoying ass teenagers.
Yeah. Here, I want to. This one.
Somebody comments. So my assumption is that these referrals were not for job prospects. Lol.
Oh my God,
man. Owned those fucking kids.
Yeah. No, that's. Let me look through the other one. I looked up. I looked up a lot about. Snapchat. Oh, here's a good one.
Wait, I need to find what this fucking comment is because it got downvoted so much it's like locked. It just says Lamau, and it's from a user named Vegetable Hater 96.
Dude, that's one of the kids.
Yeah, no,
100%. Teacher Punisher 69.
Yeah, Fortnite over homework says you deserved it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Homework genocide now.
There's another really downvoted comment that says, 1, that isn't pressing charges. 2, pressing charges isn't a real thing.
That's right.
I like that second assertion.
And he ends it with bring forth the downvotes, but I'm saying this as a lawyer.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother.
Go back to r/lawyers. This is for teachers to deal with their their bussies being commented on. Loach, I sent a couple from r/teaching.
Okay.
You can pick either of them.
I like that. I immediately picked one.
Okay.
Why are kids so addicted to anime? More than anything else, I find that the anime kids are addicted to watching their programs like a drug. They literally can't do anything else, and any opportunity they have to use an electronics device, they will use it to watch anime. Why is that? When I catch a jock watching NBA clips on his computer, one redirection is all that is needed. But for the anime kids, there is a compulsion there. Why? That's true. So this is a pro-jock post. I'm in favor of. I mean, whenever I was in the classroom and kids were watching like NFL highlights or like, I'd be like, hell yeah, I will engage in this. And then people are watching like anime highlights on YouTube. I'm like, hand over the iPad. Like, you lost it.
I'm fascinated by the idea of watching anime highlights like it's a sports game. Like, dude, Vegeta went crazy here. Statement game against Perfect Cell.
I think it's just very popular right now for the kids. I think.
No, absolutely.
I don't know.
I get it. There. It's sick. Like it's always like the second or third most jacked guy in every gym is rocking like a Demon Slayer cutoff or something.
Yeah, you don't have to. That's a nice way of complimenting yourself, by the way. Because you can. I don't know.
Sucks.
Let me have this. Yeah, I was at the gym the other day, and there was a guy that looked a lot like Gus, and I was laughing myself just imagining me taking creep shots of him only to send them to Gus and be like, look at this. Like, this is you fucking asshole. And then, like, people are, like, kicking me out of the gym.
Yeah.
I like the top comment, which is, because you can still find very good storytelling in anime. The art is clean and looks good, and a great deal of anime is created for the middle school demographic. And then someone just says, not to mention the main character usually has an attitude that sends a positive message of never giving up despite circumstances, and nothing is impossible. And like someone's just like, that doesn't explain anything.
Yeah. This is better than Catcher in the Rye or the Flies. You watch anime in English class.
Yeah. So someone just says, "I'm a teacher who watches anime. These kids are the quiet ones, or maybe the cringy ones, but they're usually more well behaved. I hate my cringy students so much."
I would have liked all of that fucking stupid Bronte shit way more if they had made Heathcliff take the tuning exams.
Yeah. Read all of OP's comments. It seems like they just don't like anime or anime kids, but they are defensive of the idea that they might be biased.
Yeah, they're pro-jock. They're pro-jock.
Yeah.
And honestly, I respect that.
I do like that that like no one is really getting to the issue of, or they're kind of like circumventing the issue of like why these kids might be distracted, and it's just devolved into like an argument about anime.
Yeah.
Have you seen American cartoons? Presumably to say that, someone says, LOLOP, you've done it now, which I
found a post that says, opinion, students ages 10 to 17 who commit felonies, murders, attempted murders, rapes, should have their name released in news stories. Which is pretty, like, I'm astonished by the age range going down to 10.
Yeah.
Like they specify that, like, they want, like, included stuff that's just, like, assault, which means that, like, if two kids, like, get in a fight on the playground, you want to be like, yeah, this person needs to be on CNN.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like assault is, like, a lot different than, like, murder in terms of, like, things that kids will do if they just get too angry.
It cracks me up because this very much reads like a kid who just got beat up having, like, a like, soap poisoning style fantasy where they're like, yeah, I got beat up so bad that the kid who did it got his name on the news and he felt really bad about it, but I didn't forgive him!
I feel like that if a kid murders someone, like, the news loves that. So my assumption, you know, in terms of, like, coverage, I don't think they're usually, like, you know, in favor of the kid.
Yeah. Tucker Carlson going, like, a student at a school the other day beat another student so badly he died in the hospital. This is excellent. I enjoy that this is happening.
I mean, well, you know, not to get too into it, but they were getting dangerously close to that a couple months ago. Got fired for explaining a slang word that includes genitals to a class of 15-year-old students. Would you? I guess, you know what? I wouldn't get fired. I wouldn't do that.
I would just be like, stop. You are not allowed to fire me for this.
Oh, man.
I just got fired in the weirdest and most stupid way. I don't know if it's gonna... I was teaching French to a class of teenagers from Cyprus on summer camp, whom I thought would be young university students originally. All right. I like where this is going.
Young Greek students, teacher. I like talking about balls.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
No, I explained a slang term to a bunch of Greek students, and the admin put me inside the brass bowl.
Yeah, he boiled me alive.
Yeah, fuck, this is bullshit. Dude, they changed me to a rock and let Poseidon take me.
Yeah. For a little less than 4 hours a day. Mind you, I haven't taught teenagers for a while, and after only days, it felt quite draining, mostly teaching like I would teach adults, with a few variations. So I had in mind a way to make it as entertaining as possible to keep their attention and not feel like everybody here would be wasting their time, which, given the title, I like where this is going. At one point, while we were on to adjectives, someone mentions pain in the neck, so I decided out of the blue to throw some in a fun slang word, which is something I usually do with adults, which I genuinely thought they'd appreciate more as teenagers. It's a verb, quote, to break balls in French, since I happen to teach that language, and as they were about to ask me what balls, i.e. the equivalent is, I just let them Google that for themselves. It so happens that there is no 4G there whatsoever, and some of them were asking me about it, and since I have Wi-Fi on my phone, I decided to show them. Not my balls, literally. The first picture that came up in Google Images.
Well, someone else's balls. Exactly.
Yeah, I guess someone else's balls. Yeah. That was it. Yeah, I was trying to parse that sentence, but he's getting defensive because it wasn't a picture of his balls. The next thing, break time comes in, so does the activity leader. She sees the word still written on the blackboard and overhears the students talking about it. Within a few minutes, the boss of the school and manager comes to tell me that I'm fired. Now, some of you reading this think I'm a creep, but I truly had no other intentions than to explain the word as it is, as inappropriate as it might sound. I'm quite confused, and a part of me understands why it was risky. I don't even care too much about the collaboration itself, although it does bum me out that it was quite solid prior to that. The worst is, this stupid shit could damage my reputation. So, someone says, am I reading this right? And people are glossing it over. The fact that you Googled the word balls and showed them a picture? Why would you ever think that's okay?
Googling.
Poor judgment, for sure.
So he just showed them, like, testicles. it sounds like. That's insane. The user's deleted, unfortunately. I don't know why he would delete his account. I think that should stay up.
I did find a post I want to read that's tagged rant called "As a college professor, please stop promoting trash."
Okay.
Kids need to be held back. We are getting freshmen who can't follow one simple instruction. If they get an error that says contact so-and-so, they shut the fuck down. Can't write a one-page paper to save the universe, much less their own life. It's such a funny thing.
He says that like he's going to threaten their lives.
I need 3 pages on Kant or I will kill you.
Yeah.
That's my categorical imperative. No one says a word to another person and they will only look at their phone. They will send a message via email and then send a message 2 minutes later in the CMs telling me to check my email. Half of the time, there is no subject in emails. Oh, and the amount of students who think how come they were teaching us algebra in high school instead of put a subject heading in the email class? Oh, and the amount of students who think they can submit late work or wait until the last week of the semester to do anything. But in high school, they said due dates don't matter as long as it's submitted by the last day of class. Yeah, no, we don't do that shit in college. Teach these kids some responsibility while you have them. It is too late for us to teach adults responsibility. You must do that when you have them as children. Please stop promoting trash. Hold the kids back until you have taught them what they need to know. Getting these kids as freshmen at their current level is heartbreaking. I wish everyone could see how their teachers have failed them by promoting to the next grade instead of actually failing them.
You see, this is why Nick Saban retired. He couldn't handle the current culture
all of
students.
All of the people were submitting their transfer portal requests with no subject heading, and it was making him pissed off.
Yeah, no, just at the NFL draft, some of the people just came up as no subject.
Yeah,
yeah.
They didn't submit their names properly.
Roger Goodell just giving them like a blank jersey.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I looked up a lot of things about Snapchat. Loach, do you want to read the most recent one about today I learned students created?
Yeah. Got it. Let's see. Today I learned students created a Snapchat hate group about me. I teach English in rural high school. We read, we write, I love both, and I try to share that love through a variety of learning opportunities. Have I said enough? Does it make sense already? Okay. Class is pretty structured, randomized, assigned seating, no phones, accountability for activity, a daily schedule. And I address disruptions directly and individually. I do my best to provide a framework for students to create and share ideas. I try to motivate the apathetic. I try to engage the disengaged, which only enrages some. So I'm not surprised by any of it. But I'm curious. Anybody else?
Wait, like a student collapsing.
I want to hear about the hate groups.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to read more about it, but I
did have an English teacher who wanted to teach the students propaganda, and so she would print out recruitment ads for the KKK, would out any of the content and hand them out to the class, and then halfway through the class would be you see all of this stuff, how they're talking about the heartland and values. Yeah, this is a brochure for the KKK. As a way to flip it on him. Honestly, she was sick. She was a great teacher.
Yeah, now you're in the KKK.
That, though. No, she was she was black.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, that does change it. If I was just a white lady doing that would be
No.
Dude,
I had a.
No, go ahead, Charlie. That's fine.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I did have a white history teacher who just in his room he just he bought slave shackles and he just hung them up above his desk.
What?
All right.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah, people are I don't know if you should have those slave shackles. It's history.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's history. Yeah, I think
I had a history teacher in 8th grade. He was black and he told us that aliens are real. And he tried to give us proof. He said that Sam Cassell, the NBA player, was an alien. That's so cool. Funny. Do you know what Sam? Have you ever seen Sam Cassell?
I have.
Look
up Sam Cassell. Wemby built?
Yeah.
No, he looks like an alien. I guess is all. He kind of looks like a Men in Black alien.
Got it.
Yeah. No, I was just.
Oh,
I was just thinking.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Cassell, Cassell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was thinking of who's the picture of that like NBA player in the? Oh yeah, he does look like an alien.
Yeah.
The one that was like in a pool, and he just looked like one of the guys that was like cloning the clones in episode 2.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but probably
it's probably Wembanyama. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Here's yeah, I wanted to read this one. Students taking photos of me. I think, my students have been taking photos of me in my rear end. Then they post them to Instagram and Snapchat. It's difficult to, and I believe this is a male teacher, which makes it a lot funnier. It's a male teacher who is on enough commie spam r/memes r/EU4.
It'd be really funny to have like a teacher who's got like that old fucking fiscal like United States debt clock.
I'm assuming he's male because he's on r/EU4 because I've like watched like Paradox YouTubers before, and they've like shown like their viewership statistics, and they're like, guys, this video got like 70,000 views and literally only 2 women watched it. That's incredible.
There you go. Yeah.
But okay, yeah. They then post pictures on Instagram and Snapchat. It's difficult to catch them since it typically happens when my back is turned. It would be weird if it wasn't. I found this out due to other students telling me, but not wanting to rat out their friends, and they leave out the details of who the culprits are. That's so funny. That people
he's getting schooled by like little kids. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Yo, Mr. Johnson, people love your ass. I'm not gonna say who, but your ass is great. Yeah. Due to the nature of Snapchat, the pics are disappearing, so catching them is even more difficult. I've been wearing baggy clothes in an attempt to stop them, and it's had mild success.
That's really funny to have to do like the Billie Eilish defense as a teacher. Like when the admin like pulls them aside in like the middle of the school day, and they're like, Mr. Johnson, it's come to our attention that you are hogging a fucking wagon around.
Yeah. Maybe he's wearing like extremely tight pants.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had teachers who it's really uncomfortable.
He comes to class in leggings.
Yeah. He's the teacher that refused to take off his like prosthetic like giant boobs.
Yeah.
Except it's for his ass.
Yeah. The teacher wants to distract the kids and he gets a boob job.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I really like the part at the end where he says, I'm going to start using an iPad as like a security device. And it's like, dude, you cannot record your students. That is that is very illegal. That is like, you cannot do that.
I'm recording all my students so they don't take pictures of my ass.
Yeah.
This is a punitive measure. It's a punitive measure. That's incredible. Wasn't it the thing with like that like the Canadian teacher with the boob job that they were like right wing and they were just like trying to make a point, but like no one really got it? And then
really? Oh, that's too bad. I thought they were a fan. They're like, I thought they had their heart in it. That's upsetting.
Yeah. I think it might have been. I don't know. I thought that story was funny because it was like one of those stories where like no one really wins. Like people are like, look at this, and then like nothing really happened because like what's the admin supposed to do? It's like, you can't have massive boobs. That's
this is a big loss for DEI and wokeness.
Yeah.
Can I read the one you just sent, Charlie?
Which one?
The Snapchat hate group.
We just read that.
What?
Oh, we read
stupid, that. Man? Fuck. I always do that. I like zone out for like 30 seconds, and then I only read the title, but the period where I was zoned out was the part where Charlie was reading the title.
Here, Gus, you can read this one. Let me send it.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ, this is not.
Yeah.
This is unfortunate. 5th graders using pickup artist terms. My daughter mentioned boys in her 5th grade class are using manosphere/pickup artist terms, like Riz and Sigma, and talking about having game. I mean, like, I feel like that's, like, mostly, like, a joke, right? Like, the kids know that's not serious. I do love the idea of, like, a 5th grade pickup artist, though.
Yeah.
Like, walking around, like, you can't show a woman that you have a juice box.
Yeah. Calling my teacher a roasty because she gave me a bad grade.
Yeah. You have to be a real kind of beta to take the last really loud sip of a Capri Sun. Women can tell you're weak when they hear that crinkling noise. She says she hasn't seen them doing anything pickup artisty, but it worries me that boys in her class are learning that sort of stuff. They're at a time of their life when they're learning how to treat women, and vice versa, and I don't want the kids exposed to that, or at least their parents should know. I'm thinking of sending her head of middle school an email about the fact that boys are talking about sort of stuff in his grade. He runs 5 through 8, and let him do as seems best. Am I overreacting? Edit. All right, I've been told I'm overreacting. I was really nervous about it when I read the title, but honestly, throwing around Sigma, who gives a shit? I think it's fine.
Yeah, no, that is. Yeah, not a. I did my sister in 10th grade. I overheard her when I was back home
kids
for
making Boss Baby edits like people do with Patrick Bateman. And putting pin vipers on him.
Yeah, when I was back for winter break, I overheard my sister in 10th grade just walking up the stairs with her friend. I forget what she said exactly, but she was like, what would you do if you were in a situationship and you didn't have enough Riz for it? It was
no.
She also told me. Oh wait, I like this one, Loach. She also
told me to read it. I'll read it after you're done. No, I'll read it after you're done.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh no, she also told me because she volunteers for. I don't know if you guys know what Avid is. It's it's for it's helping underprivileged students. She told me because in her she helps she helps third graders with that, and she was telling me that they were saying that she has a good gat or something, and she's like, I didn't like that, so I assigned one of the girls that I didn't like in my group to teach those 5th graders because she annoyed me. And I was like, what did she do to annoy? Or no, she said because she was because she was a bitch. I said, what makes her a bitch? She said she's always doing something she has to go to the bathroom or she has allergies. That doesn't make someone a bitch.
No, it does. Oh my god. I work with someone who has actually, I don't know, maybe a borderline serious illness, and he's always calling out really late, and I think he is a bitch and a coward for having this illness. It's his fault. It's a personal failing.
Yeah. No, but you could read this one.
I can't stand these annoying ass hypoglycemic hoes.
I'm surprised I didn't go on this one. I wish I did.
So substitute teachers is good. This is something I tweeted a while ago where it's our teachers is I'm just my middle school class doesn't respect me anymore. My heart's not in teaching anymore. And then substitute teachers is how do you find the bathroom in your school that
you work at? Taking a picture of the doorknob and posting it. What the fuck do I do with this thing?
Yeah, literally. It's can I use the student bathroom? Literally 80% of the posts are about bathroom, which is awesome.
Yeah, taking a picture of the whiteboard eraser and captioning it, what is this for?
Yeah. Dude, I work primarily with substitute teachers, and some of them are great, but most of them I want to fucking throttle. It's just so frustrating.
Just taking a picture of one of the kids and being like, "Who's this?"
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna read the post.
To listen to the principal.
Yeah. No, literally, dude. Substitutes think they could do whatever the hell they want because they're just here for one day. It's you work here every other day. You come back. That doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. Anyway, so this post is on substitute teachers, and the title is "Does your school district allow paddling?" This is also from 20 days ago, by the way.
Okay.
I'm curious about how many schools/districts paddle kids. Mine doesn't paddle kids because I am in Washington, where corporal punishment is illegal in schools.
Yeah.
And so one comment that immediately came up: it's allowed but rarely done. You need 3 people for it: the administrator punishing the student, a school nurse to attest that the spanking was punishment and not sadism, and an impartial witness. Then the student is hit 3 to 5 times, depending on the severity or the district rules. Even here in Texas, it's being phased out slowly. I I would love to be the impartial witness. Like who's the impartial witness?
Yeah,
like,
I actually got fired because they said all my witnesses were partial.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a missed spanking.
Yeah,
it was missed exactly.
Yeah, no, like you grab a kid and you like paddle him once, and then another kid in the back of the class goes Kobe.
When I saw that, I was wondering if like that was maybe like someone from like South, the subcontinent. That was asking about paddling, but they were like, "No, I'm in Washington."
Yeah,
I know. When my dad was at school in Ireland, he had a teacher who would like slam a ruler down on your knuckles if you were misbehaving.
Oh yeah.
That is a good way to discourage corporal punishment, though, is requiring like 3 people to like waste their time to administer it, and then it's just. Like
you're getting ready and you just yell, "Impartial witnesses, assemble!"
Yeah, no, I can't imagine anything. I mean, I haven't worked as a teacher or administrator, but I can't imagine like being like thrilled at the idea of like, do you really want to like? Because like the principal has to be like, they have to really hate that kid.
Oh yeah.
It's like no, we're going down to the nurse's office and I'm witnessing your spanking. With the nurse, there's just some kid with like a broken arm behind them while that's happening.
Yeah, the shop teacher administering corporal punishment via a Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah, just a marble.
Yeah,
going down a series of.
There's like this 7-second like drip of maple syrup that slowly fills up a cup, and then it like weighs down a scale that shoots a paddle forward.
Yeah,
and the principal just punches him in the face.
Yeah. I think you should be able to waterboard students. I think that's fun.
Only if it's like only if it's something where they want to try it out. Like like a surprising number of people do. I remember I had a teacher in first grade in Seattle that she made this like really weird point where I don't know what she was trying to teach us, but we were like, sitting in a circle, and she passed around like vanilla, like a bottle of vanilla, and how to smell it. She's like, "That smells good, huh?" We're like, "Yeah, that smells good." She's like, "All right, everyone that said it smelled good, I'm gonna have you try a spoonful of it." And then we were like, "Okay, yeah, I'm sure this will be great." And she's like, "It's gonna be really good because it smells good." And then we tried it. It's like, "Oh, that doesn't taste good." She's like, "Yeah, that's right." And then I don't know what we learned that day. Yeah, no, I think we should go back to that for like college. Like we should just have like college professors that have to fill time with bullshit like
that. All right, can I read
Yep.
this post in Teaching by a deleted user because the title's cracking me up?
Yes.
How to put the fear of God into a preteen.
Yeah.
This is posted from a teacher from 1550.
Yeah.
Hi, fellow educators. This title is an overstatement / joke, but I need to know how to command authority with a one-on-one student. With a one-on-one student I have. I had him for one lesson today, and he's one of those kids who knows exactly how to walk the line between plausible deniability and rudeness. I want to nip this behavior in the bud and make it clear.
It's just a student with Down syndrome.
Yeah. Make it clear that it's not okay / won't be tolerated. I have spoken to both my coworkers and his mother, and they're all in agreement that he needs a strong hand. Being authoritative does not come easily to me. Any advice would be very welcome. This man does not stand a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucked.
Yeah, no. People forget that kids are like so good at that. That like
No, they're the absolute masters of I'm not touching you.
Yeah, no, there's literally nothing kids love more than like torturing teachers and each other.
I'd like to imagine that like the student is just giving him like really unanswerable riddles.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck? Like the ocean eats it and the sky hates it. What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah. What do you do about your student's riddles 3?
Yeah.
I can't seem to solve them. My student is a sphinx, and
one student always cheats, and the other one always gives the answer, and I can't tell which.
Yeah. Wait. I like this. I like this post. I just like how I like how vague it is. It just says, if you had a multi-million-dollar idea for the school system, if you had a surefire successful idea for schools already, high-up school colleagues said they would buy it, and it would get rid of divisiveness in our country, improve student learning, and give parents more control, would you sell the item or make it absolutely free?
Oh my god.
That's just the only thing about it. I just like that he doesn't say what it is. It's like, it reminds me of like this fucking like pot about list question. It's like would you give a thug that cries, a single hug? It's like, if you could solve every issue with teaching for $1 million or be the most generous man in history, would you do it?
Probably
I would.
Not. I would refuse.
Yeah, I would refuse. I'd love to buy success.
Okay, well, Charlie, I just looked up this guy, and it actually explains a lot. I think this guy is Arab.
Oh,
that might explain why it was a very awkward question. At least he's posting in Islam. Maybe he's a white convert. That would actually be funnier.
just pressing his finger to his
temple.
my
god! All right. This is a good poster. This is going off topic, but armed while making salat. I don't know how to pronounce that. Salam alaikum, Eid Mubarak. May I make salat while having my concealed carry pistol on me? I carry a 9mm with me in public and do not feel safe putting in my car or anywhere else while praying. Thank you for in advance. That's so good.
I'm remembering now that this is really great. Where there was a substitute teacher who tried to throw my friend out of an AP exam because she was eating a salad before it started.
What?
Like there was like rules about like rules technically, but nobody really enforced them about like, oh, you can't bring like any food into the exam room like even before it starts. And like one of my best friends, like she like woke up late or something, so she like brought a salad in so she could eat something before the exam started. And like as she was finishing it up, he came over and he's like, you have to throw that away. And she's like, can I just finish eating? And he goes like, you're being thrown out of the exam. And they argued with it for like 3 minutes. And eventually, like, an administrator came over and had him, like, removed from the room and brought in a different proctor.
No skinny legends in my classroom.
Yes. I found out this person is Malaysian.
Yes, I saw that.
There you
go. Good for this person. Seems like they came to America to teach.
Oh, I've got a real doozy of a post here from You Make Me Go Insane that is titled, Why is it that most of my disobedient students are black?
Oh no!
And it starts with, I obviously don't mean this in a racist way, nor do I think less of them. You have already crossed the Rubicon, brother. We are already there. Oh my god.
Damn it.
I don't really feel like reading this one.
I can't imagine.
Expect.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to it. It's like they're so well behaved and smart that they act outside the functions of my classroom. Yeah. That's what I meant. Just posting that and then like going to a meeting with the principal. It's like, see, I'm not racist.
Yeah. So one teacher told my kindergartner to shut up on the first day of class.
Were they not shutting up?
Yeah, they probably.
That's awesome. Like a teacher pointing at like a 5-year-old and going like, "Gay person says what?"
I jokingly told one of my students her computer has AIDS. She thought it was hilarious. Yeah. 7th grade, by the way. But was it inappropriate?
My kindergartner's teacher asked her to spell iCup and then say funny colors.
Yeah. She thought it was hilarious. 7th grade, by the way. But was it inappropriate? No. I usually refrain from joking too much. But I mean, I don't know. It was off guard and I'm low-key ashamed of myself. Like the idea of having like your like 87-year-old, like, very serious teacher just, like, come up to you one day. It's like, I think your computer has AIDS. Yeah, someone just said, I do think it was inappropriate because it carries homophobic connotations. And then the teacher says, as a gay man, I thought it would be more homophobic to automatically associate HIV with homosexuals. That's just my humble opinion.
Yeah.
So really, by making this joke, he was being anti-homophobic by saying your computer has AIDS.
I found another one that just says, when did water bottles become a necessity?
That's awesome.
This was made by you/Immortan Joe. Yes. Fuck, this is so good. Yes, some people have needs, or back in the 80s got dehydrated or whatever. I'm not denigrating that. This is about drinking fucking water.
Yeah.
I'm not denigrating that. I'm not invalidating your medical condition. I'm not saying they should seize the water bottles, turn the heat up to 37 degrees Celsius, and make them run 5 miles while eating salty crackers and beef jerky. Yeah, dude, I fucking hope not.
I hope so.
I'm generally grousing that when you create another way for adolescents to have an excuse to leave the room, they will take advantage of it. That's it. It was public griping on the internet. Please resume your normal Reddit browsing. And then, this is an edit. That was an edit to his post. Original post below. So I'm going to sound like a grumpy old man. We got by fine without water bottles. 99% of all trips to the water bottle station is just avoidance behavior time wasting. 0 children have been impacted by dehydration in my classes.
Dude, you don't understand. The water bottle situation is out of control. It's fucking nuts.
I can't tell if you're fucking with me.
No, I'm serious. Like, literally every kid... Well, at my school, every kid has, like, one of those, like, Stanley water bottles that are, like, $50 or whatever, and they always lose them. So there's just, like, mountains of water bottles in my school that have been unclaimed. Like I could probably just get a bunch of free water bottles if I wanted them. I had a kindergartner steal my water bottle one time. I lost my water bottle, and for, like, a couple months, I was like, oh, whatever, it's gone. Yeah. Like, it was like a water bottle from my old job too. It wasn't like it was like it had my old company on it. And one day I was sitting in the cafeteria and I saw a kindergartner drinking from a water bottle, and it was my water bottle with his name on it.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry.
I had something like that happen to me when I was tutoring, where I would like a lot of the kids liked playing with Pokemon cards. And so I would I bought like a couple packs of Pokemon cards to like bring in like as a reward. Like if they like got all their work done, like I'd give them a Pokemon card or something like that. And like the 3rd or 4th day I was doing that, one of the kids saw me put the cards in my jacket pocket, just waited until I went to the bathroom and just took them all out.
That's awesome.
Completely owned.
Yeah, no, it really is. I mean, yeah, I said it before, but it is. Like, I think if you had r/teachers 40 years ago, like it would be like they would just be like sharing like other ways that like kids were like uniquely shitty, but it's because of lead paint.
Yeah. Students refused to eat asbestos with school lunch.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean like
students protesting me hitting them with chair.
Yeah, like our parents like don't remember that, or they don't remember that stuff. Yeah, they suppressed that. I don't know. My dad told me that it's like suburb in Washington or in Seattle, like outside of Seattle. Back when it was like a working class suburb, they were putting on a production of To Kill a Mockingbird, but they didn't have any black students, so they got out the shoe polish and made one of the. I'm not kidding. Yeah, they did.
Oh my god.
No, yeah.
I've got a good post to end off on. If
great.
Perfect.
One of you guys wants to read this, I'm about to send it.
Okay, yeah. Loach, you can read it.
Yeah. Okay. The title of this post is "Need Help with Girlfriend's Son."
Okay.
Oh hell yeah. Okay. All right. Ooh, this is a long one. Here we go. Need help with girlfriend's son. First off, I am not a teacher. I am just looking for suggestions for how to deal with, I feel, bad teachers and admins. My girlfriend's son.
Whoa, pause.
Whoa, my girlfriend's son is high functioning autistic and has major social difficulties. He is also going to a very racially diverse middle school. Okay. I have a funny story to tell after this, but I'll keep going. Now, he has been telling us for the last 2 years how the kids keep calling him Cracker, Honky, and Whitey. We have told them that he just needs to ignore it, but he understands that they are making fun of his skin color. So 2 weeks ago, we got a call from the school to tell us he called another kid the N-word. We got into the meeting with the teachers and admin with him in the room. They kept saying the N-word. Toward the end of the meeting, I asked him if he knew what the N-word was, and he told us that keeps on saying, you don't need to spell it out this the N-word. was the N-word. Oh, by the way, it's not, the N-word is not spelled out in this post. It is just it says N-word. Just making that clear for the listeners.
Yeah.
I said towards the end of the meeting, I asked him if he knew what the word was, and he told us the word was the N-word. I said, no, it is. Okay, now that is spelled out.
Yeah.
But it's spelled out with characters.
Yeah, like cartoons getting in a fight.
Yeah.
He then looked all sad and said, oh. The principal then tried to lecture me on how I could not say it. I point out that they are setting the kid up for failure if he does not know what the N-word is referring to.
Did he literally just call another student N-word? Like he didn't actually say this?
Yeah. I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
that's
and then the parent, or not the parent, sorry, the girlfriend's son. Wait, no, the boyfriend told the girlfriend's son what the word actually is. In front of the teachers who said, please do not say that.
Please do not say that.
Yeah.
Now, last week, he called another two students' names. One kid, Chocolate Man, and the other, Toast. He told me later that he just wanted to give them a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah.
Now I am not making excuses for him at all. It has been made very clear any name calling will be dealt with harshly. We have also talked to him many times about why it was wrong. But I am not sure he fully understands why what he did was wrong, and with the other kids using ethnic slurs a lot, I feel it is only a matter of time before this happens again. I mean, I don't think there is a time I have been at that school that I do not hear one. The school has now labeled him a racist. He's walking around with like the Star of David, but it says racist.
Yeah. No, I was thinking like the big the billboard that Bruce Willis has to wear in Die Hard 3.
Oh yeah.
I was imagining like a dunce cap, but it extends over his face and has two eye holes.
He's not able to easily transfer schools, and he can't do some after-school activities. If he is able to transfer to a new school, they will see this. All this despite his IEP case manager saying that it is the autism. Anyway, my question is, how do I deal with his teachers and admin? General ideas will be most helpful.
Oh my god, this is so fun. It's just like every Stormfront user's origin story.
Yeah, literally. Oh my god. Well, so I kind of had a similar situation.
It's like fucking like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, but for Nick Fuentes.
Yeah. I was working at my school over the summer for like the summer camp, and I was like a counselor, teacher, whatever. And this one day, this one kid who's like definitely on the spectrum, he was irate. He was like irate, and then he went to go like sit like in a corner by himself outside. He like wouldn't talk to anyone, and all the students were telling me like, oh, like so and so's so mad. He's like so upset. Like you need to go talk to him. So I went over to go talk to him. I'm like, hey man, like you got to tell me like what happened. And he's like, I can't say it. And I was like, come on, dude, you got to tell me. And then he goes, I got called the N-word. He's like a white autistic kid. It was so hard not to start laughing, but one of the black kids at the camp like called him the N-word as a joke, and so I had to tell this kid, I was like, the kid who said it, and I was like, dude, like
after high-fiving him,
I was like, you can't call people that. Like, I understand that you're like, you know, you're black. Like it was like the most like uncomfortable. How do you tell like a black like student that they can't say a word that I myself can't say? It was so weird.
No, like the kid just keeps on going like, what word am I not supposed to say?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And also I was like, oh, this other kid shouldn't care. He should be like proud, or I don't know.
Calling a white autistic like child the N-word is like such a tailor-made way to like confuse them.
Yeah. Oh no, it is like literally like an orb of confusion. They will not know what to do.
Yeah.
I think we're time.
I think that's time.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'd love to talk about how much I hate schools and teachers. I love the students. Fuck everyone at school, not the students. I'm not fuck them. Thanks for having me.